and welcome to the Lady Jackets Basketball Show. I'm joined with head coach Christina Battle, and we are going to talk basketball. And welcome to 2025. 2024 is in the rearview mirror. Let's look ahead. Let's take a look, sir, first of all, at the schedule that. Well, actually, first of all, let's just talk about how your break was. Were you able to enjoy it a little bit during your?
Yes, the media and the coaching staff, as well as the girls, were able to get 5 days off and get us some time with our family and relax and try not to eat too much food.
Okay. And did you do any kind of a little bonding experience for the team during that time as well?
Not as much as we wanted to. We had a lot of practice, but we're looking to do a lot of stuff after season.
Okay. And during that time, did you have any tournaments or games during that time? All right. One of them, I believe, is Texas City.
Yes, we gotta win.
Talk a little bit about that game and when that was and what all transpired on that.
Yes, December 30th, right before bringing in the new year, we had a non-district game with Texas City. Was able to win by 1. Came out, played hard. We were up by 10 at one point. They kind of came back on us at the end, knocked down a couple big shots. We were able to hold them and keep the win.
How nice is it to wrap up the 2024 calendar year with a win, especially holding off that comeback?
It was a beautiful feeling. It gave them a little bit more confidence coming into Dawson. Kept their heads up and a little bit more excited.
All right. Let's take a look at that schedule right now and the district standings if we can. You guys right now currently are in 7th place, 2 wins in the district, but we played Dawson. They're 8-0. We'll be going into that in a little bit. Just talk a little bit how you're seeing right now the standings. Is it kind of what you expected and kind of is it playing out how you kind of anticipated?
I knew that this district was going to be difficult coming in before the season started, and having the powerhouses like Dawson and Pearland and Manville and Shadow Creek. I looked to attack our Pasadena schools a little bit more coming to the second round. I'm just keeping the girls focused to be able to go ahead and compete and try to knock one of those Pasadena schools down that we weren't able to.
All right. And we mentioned Texas City. That was your last win, but that was non-district. Now, looking ahead, it's all district play, right?
Yes. No non-district games left. It's straight second round of district. Telling my girls that, this is a whole new season. That second round, it's a fresh start. Don't think about the last game. Let's go in and try to knock them down the second time. All
right, sounds good. We're going to dig into the 2025 season. We're going to talk about the Dawson game here, and we'll look at some of the highlights and just talk a little bit about what happened in that game. We'll do that right after this break.
Perfect. Sounds good.
All right, welcome back to the show. We are going to dive right in with the game versus Dawson. Obviously, you were screaming quite a bit in that game, and
yes.
You're hearing it now in your voice a little bit now. So
yes.
Just talk a little bit about that game. As we know, they're sitting atop the standings, so obviously always a challenge to play Dawson, a perennial power. Just talk a little bit about what you anticipated going in that game.
Yes, we knew it was going to be challenging. They score the ball very well. They're very athletic. Defensively, they know how to use their body. So going in, the goal was to take care of the ball, limit turnovers, and be just as aggressive. Match their aggression, don't bow down to it. And to be very honest with you, our girls are doing a very good job of breaking the press, something that we struggled with early in the season. So I'm proud of them for that. Just having to take care of the ball and continue to be aggressive on the offensive side is something that we're still working on.
Okay. Let's take a look at some of these highlights. There's not much highlights, obviously, in this game, but just kind of go through what you kind of brought to the table in this one.
Yeah, so right here we got an out-of-bounds play. We got out to Shay, knockdown shot on the wing. She got a little contact on there. The ref blew the whistle, and she was able to convert the and one.
Obviously, you kind of are seeing the scoreboard there. It's kind of a lopsided game. At this point, how are the girls reacting to this avalanche of points that they're facing, and what are you trying to have them embrace in a game like this?
Honestly, as a coach, when you're facing a situation like this, the goal is to always make sure that your kids know that giving up is not an option. So pushing through at all times. They knew going into this game that these young ladies are very talented. They play all year long. And we're coming in trying to compete and match that competitiveness, but telling them to stick to the game plan and believe in themselves and in their shot, and Shay still being able to be confident in her shooting abilities and knock it down.
Okay, let's take a look at some of these other plays then. So what do we have going on here? This is early on in the game.
Yes, I don't know why it flipped like that. So this right here, we got a sideline play. We got inbounded to Alexia in the corner. She was able to find herself open, catch and shoot, knockdown.
Okay, you gotta like to see that execution
Yes.
after the slow start. All right, let's take a look at the next play here. What transpires on this one? All right.
We got Jasmine attacking middle, kicking corner, back to the wing. Shay finding Hayden in the middle. Kick back to the corner to Peyton for a knockdown three.
Kind of the staple of how you want to break the zone. Bring it inside, try to find that soft zone, and then pass it out to the open shooter, correct?
Yes, and their ball movement here is key. And there's a couple times they didn't even dribble. They were looking for, their eyes were up. They were looking for an open man and spreading the ball. So good things happen when we move the ball and use our teammates.
And how nice is it to see that kind of execution? Obviously, the game is out of hand, but them sticking kind of to the routine and the game plan.
Yes, as a coach, it makes me happy because they're learning. They're finally getting it. Sometimes it takes us a little bit longer to start working the ball and finding things that we can capitalize on, but it's great to see when it happens.
All right, let's take a look at another play here.
All right, now we got Hayden out on the wing, catching, looking to attack. Their post player there looked to try to take a charge. She was unsuccessful. Hayden was able to knock down that basket.
Again, talking about it, she's doing the kind of the aggressive play that you're wanting to stress to continue to be aggressive, right?
Yes, because oftentimes with my team, like we'll settle for shots, and if we're not hitting, it's not working. So then we have to make adjustments. And here at this point in the game, we're in the fourth quarter, and I'm telling them, let's look to attack. Let's see if we can get the official to blow the whistle, so we can knock down some free throws or convert some 2-pointers.
And on a positive note, you guys battled them to even score in that fourth quarter of play, 9-9. Let's take a look at another play.
That might have been the last one.
All right, this is okay. This is from early on. Okay, well, yeah. So I mean, the game got out of hand early, but I mean, how much were you screaming out there and trying to get the kids to rally and to still focus? Because I know it's got to be kind of an emotional battle at that point in terms of just a head game and trying to stick to it.
Yes. The kids can sometimes feel intimidated when the score looks like that, but every timeout, every halftime, every time there's a break in between quarters, reminding them to keep their head up and have one of our APs, assistant principals here, Shaban, says all the time, you have to have a memory of a goldfish. Goldfish can't remember anything past 3, 4, 5 seconds. So I tell my kids that all the time. Like in basketball, you can't hold on to your mistakes. You turn over the ball, get back on defense. Try to get a stop. And in the fourth quarter, we were doing that. We held them to 9 points. We were able to score another 9 points. So it just shows their resilience to be able to keep their heads up and keep fighting.
All right, sounds good. Let's take a look now at the shot chart. One of the things that kind of sticks out, obviously Dawson had a lot of shots going in early and often, but taking a look at your guys' shot chart on the other end, you got to be kind of pleased at the ability to knock down the three-pointer in the game, because you guys were 33% from the field, I believe, 4 of 12, correct?
Yes, and being able to take those shots, it took us a little bit later in the game to realize, we have open opportunities to shoot, because those girls are pretty tall. So sometimes it may look like, it's not open, but later in the game, they start shooting and realizing, I can't get this shot off. So I think that would really change. And then when shots weren't falling, we looked to attack, and we were able to get to the free throw line 10 times. They were able to get to the free throw line 11. So just trying to get them to find opportunities to look to score.
Okay. Let's take a look at our player of the game, Hayden Holloway. She had 6 points to lead all scorers for Alvin. Just talk a little bit about her game and what she was able to do.
Yeah, Hayden stepped up for us and was aggressive for us in the paint, was able to make quite a few things happen and convert and be aggressive. They're post heavy. Their post players could shoot the three just as well as their point guard. So Hayden had a challenge with having a guard outside and inside and moving the floor a lot, but she really stepped up for us.
She's always impressive as well to be in the middle and to execute the breakdown of the zone, like you said, that inside-outside play.
Yes, Hayden is a vital piece of our offense because we use her a lot to initiate with screens, with the give and go, with the flashes. So she kind of helps us initiate our offense. So her being able to help us come out and offensively do some things really help.
Obviously, a challenging game on that one. Not the result you want to see on the scoreboard, but obviously a couple of bright spots to kind of focus on and move ahead. And speaking of moving ahead, we will look at the schedule looking ahead, and we will do that right after this short break. All right, welcome back. We're talking about your next game coming up. It is against
Pasadena Memorial.
Pasadena Memorial. Now, you've beaten them earlier this year. That was a little bit earlier. What changes, if anything, are you expecting, and how different of a game this might be?
Pasadena Memorial game, the first time we played them, we had quite a few changes to our roster. So this time going in, the girls have played with each other a little bit more. I think they're more comfortable. We made a couple of changes to our offense. Going into our second round of district, want to throw some surprises out there. So I think we'll be able to come out with an even better result than the first time.
How is the girls' mentality? Obviously, a couple of hard, lopsided losses. How has it been in practice, and how are things kind of going in terms of their mental state and their focus and trying to move forward to this next game?
It's definitely been a challenge. Dealing with losses like the Dawson game, in the Manville game, it does hurt, but them knowing that Texas City games and Pasadena Memorial games, like the first round of district, we're capable of pulling out them wins, I think they're able to be resilient still and still have that confidence. It really takes our upperclassmen keeping the young ones encouraged and motivated. So I think mentally it's a lot because we're finishing up that first semester, going into spring semester. But there's that like shining light with the second round of district and the possibilities of things that can happen that I think they're excited for.
Yeah, looking ahead, since it is all district play, what are you kind of hoping to accomplish? Obviously, other than the wins, but I mean, what is your focus as well on working with them?
The goal is to get as close as we can to playoff opportunity. Knowing that we're in a tough district, I know it's difficult. If getting that 4th or 5th spot, of course 5th we're not going to be able to go to playoffs, but getting close as we can to that opportunity is the goal.
It's all about sniffing that playoff
Yes,
atmosphere.
yes. Getting as close as possible. I just want to get an opportunity to get up there.
All right, and that's Pasadena Memorial. That's on the 10th, and then looking ahead, who's next after that?
We got Shadow Creek after Pasadena Memorial. Will be a challenging game. Last time we played them, we lost by 13, which is not too bad compared to our other colleagues in the district. So, looking to go out and compete.
All right. Well, there we have it. It's the first show of 2025. We got more to go. We'll be seeing you here next time, and remember,
Check and pride never dies.
there it is. All right, we'll see you next time.
Thank you.